Good morning, friends. It is Thursday, and it's been a while since I have done a video devotional. Certainly, I spend time in Scripture on a daily basis, but just have not been recording devotionals. And I know that for those of you who find these meaningful, it's been a while, and I just wanted to take the time and record something quick. I may not be looking my best. It's been days of running around and getting things done. We just dropped off socks to the homeless shelter in Hackensack, and we dropped off diapers and food to the Center for Food Action. So it's already been a busy morning. It is nearly lunchtime, but I thought it would be good to spend a little bit of time with you in the Word. I'm hoping that these words might encourage you, as I too am in need of some encouragement this day. And so I'm going to be reading from the book of Philippians chapter 4, beginning to read at the second half of verse 11 and reading through verse 13. And it says this: "For I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do everything through Him who gives me strength." It is my hope that these words give you some strength this day, and that these words remind you that it is through the power of Christ that we do all of what we do. And so today, these words are meaningful to me because we collected food, and we collected diapers, and we collected socks for those who are in need. And yet, if we are not doing these things through the Spirit of the Lord, the one who strengthens us, then even the service that we do can be hollow. We are mindful that we do what we do because the Lord empowers us to carry out these ministries and calls us to be ministers to the world. And also yet recognizing that we ourselves sometimes have times of need as well. And perhaps your need this day is a physical need, or perhaps it's a spiritual need. But the reality is that there are people in this world who care about you, and there is a God, most especially, who cares about you. And this is the power that we tap into when we live for the Lord, when we serve the Lord. And so we can find contentment in any and all circumstances, whether we are in poverty this day, spiritual poverty, or physical poverty, relational poverty. There are very many forms of poverty in our world. I feel like our society suffers from an abundance of goods and a poverty of hope, a poverty of love, a poverty of cooperation and working together for the betterment of one another. And so that can be discouraging, and it can be frustrating, but we find hope in the Lord, and it is through the power of the Lord and through the Lord's call upon our lives, through what the Lord has done for us and setting us free from the ways of this world, from the disappointing things that we see going on around us, from the uncertainties into which we live on a daily basis, from the harmful and hateful rhetoric that we see, from the wars that are being fought, and the senseless death that is happening as a result of these wars, as innocent children and people suffer and die and lose homes and lose family members. There's just such a poverty of hope and a poverty of faith and a poverty of humanity toward one another in our current state of the world. And so I pray that this time here in this powerful word, in these scriptures, give you some hope this day, that they give you conviction. We need to have conviction in what it is we believe. And we need to have conviction in the choices that we make and the ways in which we serve. And whatever our circumstances are, we need to hold on firmly to that conviction that tells us all is well, simply because we exist and we can still do good for one another. We still have service to bring and love to share and hope to offer. Not because of any power of our own, but because of our conviction in the power of the God who calls us to serve one another in love, and to see one another's common humanity, and to find that hope no matter what our circumstances are, and to be content in our daily circumstances and the ways in which we are called to serve and love the Lord in faith. And so I pray that you have conviction, that it is strong, and that it empowers you to face whatever you may be facing this day. That is all for today, my friends. It is good always to be here with you. I thank God for you, and you encourage me as well. So be strong in your faith and keep your conviction. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.